The wait is finally over. The most hyped up NFT drops of all time are finally here. Invisible Friends, Starcatchers, Wonderpals, and Three Landers.
These are the most hype or top 4 NFT projects we are going to do a deep dive on and tell you which one we love, which one we're buying, which one we're dumping, and why. Don't miss today's show. There's lots of alpha. Welcome to today's episode of Goats and the Metaverse. Stanley, how are you, my friend?
Yossi, I'm doing great. We're talking about alpha. So I am excited. And like I said, the most anticipated drops, the buzz, the hype has been through the moon. We're going to get all into it. But first, let's talk about my favorite part of the show, the Goat Vault.
The Goat Vault is continuing its little bleed. It is continually going down. $67,039. At our peak, we were close to $100,000. And that is a sentiment of what is happening in the NFT market, but mainly what is happening to Ethereum with the price dropping. Ethereum is down to $2,594. We would expect to start seeing some Ethereum downward pressure pushing up NFT prices. But if we look at our daily floor price check-in, what does it show us? Oh, pretty much down across the board. Only a few projects of our blue chips actually managing to hold price. Most are down. Bored Ape Yacht Club down. CryptoPunks down. Cool Cats, Doodles, VFriends, Azuki, World of Woman, MFers, and CyberKongs all down. Stanley, what is going on?
I feel like we're in a bear market. May I say that out loud? But before we get into that, let's talk about the Goat Vault for those of you who do not know what the Goat Vault is. The Goat Vault, we are giving away $67,039. All you need to do is smash the subscribe button to automatically be entered into our little prize pool. Once we hit 5,000 subscribers, we open up the Goat Vault and start handing out these NFTs like candy. Like I said, all you need to do is subscribe, smash that button, share with your friends. Once we get to 5,000, we start giving out NFTs. Yes, that market is down. Maybe by the time we get to 5,000, ETH will be up. Remember, none of this is financial advice. Do your own research. We're just here to navigate you through this complicated world and have some fun along the way. ETH, please come back up.
Well, ETH maybe stay down so we can snipe some cheap NFTs so that when ETH does come back up, you're in the money. Let's go into what those top 4 projects are that are the most anticipated, the most hyped. I think collectively between these 4, they're close to 1 million followers on Twitter between these projects. So that is quite the number and quite the hype around them. Let's dive into number 1 of the top 4 NFT projects that we are looking into potentially buying. And we'll tell you which ones we think are hot, which are not, and go into. Well, first project that we have today is Starcatchers. Minting today, hot off the press at 5:22 p.m. Eastern Time. Mint price is 0.111 ETH. And they're pretty cute. They're 10,000 PFPs. And you would think the market was tired of 10,000 PFPs, but apparently not. They are a 100% private mint, so you needed to be on the whitelist in order to be able to mint these. And if you're not, well, I'm sorry, you'll only be able to buy them in the secondary market. Starcatchers is 85,000 followers on Twitter. They joined in January 2022, so the project has not been around for that long. They have a pretty big team. There's about 12 people on the team that are all semi-anonymous and some people revealing who they are. It's hard for me to see what makes this project so exciting, but that is one that is highly anticipated, and expect to see what we see every single time with these types of projects. You will see that pre-reveal, if there's a mint pass that they're providing, that those will shoot up Then we'll see a price correction post-reveal, and then some of those kind of rarer, unique NFTs getting sniped up on them. Stanley, what's your view on Starcatchers?
I like it. 12-person team, and if I'm not mistaken, the team said that they're actually only taking 5% of profits right away, and the remainder is being locked up for, I believe it was 2 years, and they're here to build. So build is what they're saying. I believe 2022 is the year of the build. It's a buy for me.
There we go. Buy for Stanley. What's next on our list, Stanley?
Probably the most anticipated project of all time, Invisible Friends, 488,000 Twitter followers.
That's crazy.
They've been promoting this thing since November, which is a long time considering the fact we're almost in March. And they're the first animation project that's really kind of coming out there. And look, the art is really cool. The team is legitimate. There's way too much buzz about this project. I mean, I'm going to predict this thing is going to go to like 8 to 10 ETH right away. And probably take a big poop once the reveal happens.
Are you on the whitelist?
I am not on the whitelist, but I know of people that are on the whitelist, and I know what they have to go through to get on the whitelist. Too much hype. I mean, look, if you got on the whitelist and you're able to mint this thing for, mint price, I'm all for it. But secondary, I would not touch this thing. I think it's going to go to 810 ETH, and I think once the reveal happens, it's going to drop down. This has Metaverse and Hate Prime written all over it. It's a pass for me unless you are on the whitelist and you're able to buy this thing cheap. And even if you are able to buy this thing cheap, I would probably hashtag not financial advice, flip it at the top and not look back. Way too big of shoes to fill. I like projects that, under promise and over deliver. I think these guys have a long way ahead. It's a pass for me.
So you're saying that because it's so hyped, it's a negative signal for you. There is a strategy to say that you can definitely trade the hype. Like you're saying, we think post whitelist, there's going to be people flipping it, and that flip price will eventually climb to, maybe 8 to 10 ETH pre-reveal. And you could just say, well, I'm going to ride that out, collect some ETH on that way, and start buying it up from 2 to 3 ETH on mint, and trade it 3-4 times. But it is a risky strategy if that's your view. Danger. But that's Invisible Friends. Super hyped. Artwork looks pretty cool. I like that they've removed the face out of the avatars. It's kind of an interesting way to go with the project, and the artist is kind of well known. So definitely some reason behind the hype, but I don't know if it can match it. Like Stanley says, I'd be waiting for the dip and potentially buying in then.
And one thing I wanted to add is it's an animation, but they're actually also giving you a profile picture of it as well. So it's technically 2 for the price of 1. And look, I think the artwork is super cool, but once again, just too risky on my side.
Next project that we have, which is not as hyped, but still pretty hyped up there, is Wonderpals. They're going to be minting on the 26th of February, so that's in 4 days' time. Mint price of 0.08 ETH. Once again, it's a 10,000 PFP collection. The way they phrase it is Wonderpals is a collection of 10,000 delightfully cute NFTs created from a combination of over 200 traits with varying rarity scores across different categories. And there'll be some special one-of-ones sprinkled into the collection, and you might get lucky and mint one of these rare traits. The roadmap is open for some online gift shops, an array of products and collectibles. And, when I look at it, it looks familiar. It looks like Cool Cats-esque type of artwork. It's another 10,000 PFP drop. I don't know how you differentiate anymore between these different PFPs. I have PFP fatigue. And but, these are the projects that are getting a lot of excitement. We were having the debate before the show. I wonder if there is a couple of groups out there that are choosing some projects to pump. and saying that these are going to be the next hot things. If I look at the Twitter followers of these projects, the 3 that we've listed, and you're going to talk about one more, there are very similar people following each one of these projects, which gives me the reason to believe that there are a couple of influencers out there who are shilling these types of projects because the formula works. You create this type of PFP project that looks pretty cute and simple artwork, and pump it, and I think they're dumping it and then moving on to the next project. So I, for one, am not buying Wonderpals. Nothing for me that I've seen there that is exciting. But again, these are projects that are most likely going to pump pre-reveal.
Yeah, and look, I think that you're probably not wrong, but I also think the community is still rather small, right? And there happens to be a formula of which projects are working and why they're working. And, it's rinse and repeat. They're copying the roadmap of what's working, and they're coming out with the next one. None of these projects actually have a roadmap, which seems to be the new trend. No roadmap. And yeah, there's more risk because there's no kind of targets that we're measuring them to. I agree with you, and I think that some will win, some will lose, and we talked about it before, right? 95%, 99% of all these PFP projects are probably going to go out of business. At what point, right? Are we still so early enough that it doesn't matter at this point, or are we in the later stage of the game? I still believe that we're still early enough. But yeah, this is definitely something to be aware of and a topic that continues to come up, and we shall see what happens. And the 4th project on our list is 3 Landers, minted on February 20th. The allow list you could have got in at 0.15. Then they did a Dutch auction at 0.75, which they actually sold out, I believe, near the top. I was lucky enough to buy in on secondary. I bought in for about 0.7. Current floor price is about 1.4. I thought the art was cool and interesting. I thought the team was somewhat legit for what teams could be. And look, the other thing reason why, taking a little bit of a risk here, if you look at some other projects that people are buying into that are straight up scams and fraud and put zero effort into it and just say, hey, Gary Vee bought our project. Well, they're airdropping him, one of these NFTs, or where people are just like they don't even link to their Twitter profiles. They're just making up names and completely pumping and pumping and pumping. There is a level of like, hey, these people are doing these things correctly, and hopefully they're going to build these things the right way. But yeah, 9 out of 10 of them are probably going to fail. But I did like 3 Landers. I thought the artwork was cool. I saw enough from the team, from the community, in order for me to jump in. And as of right now, I doubled my money. So I think I'm good for now, and we'll hold it and see how it plays out.
Yeah, I do like the artwork. It does look pretty cool. Again, it's another 10K PFP project, and you've got to wonder how many of these are going to be the ultimate winners. But the art does look pretty awesome. So on the art alone may be a reason to buy.
Yeah, art. Look, I think art, community, right? How is the community reacting? Who's the team? And utility, right? None of these projects that we mentioned actually have a utility component to it, but down the line they may. I know you and I like utility, and that's something that we look for, and that's something that we'll probably make a bigger play at. But still, these are the projects that are happening right now. Hopefully, you guys were able to get some knowledge from this. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to check back with us tomorrow as we continue to drop alpha and share more knowledge with you guys. Remember, none of this is financial advice. We just want to help you navigate through this crazy NFT world and have some fun along the way. I know I had some fun with you today, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
We will link in the show notes to those different projects. Happy minting and happy alpha, and catch you on the flip side.
Yes, sir.